getting back to the finals and the two teams that are there, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. I think Oklahoma City, so both teams deserve to be there, right?
Yeah.
They deserve to be there, but Oklahoma City was the obvious favorite to get there.
Yeah.
I think Indiana has been the shocker. Typically, you don't see Cinderella runs in the NBA.
Yeah, you don't.
But, like, Indiana has an impressive resume. For first and foremost, they've won game one of every series.
On the road.
On the road.
Yeah.
That's remarkable. You know what I mean? And there was a couple series, I think it was New York, where they stole both.
I think so, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, there was a handful of series where they stole both games on the road.
Yeah.
But to be able to get one on the road every series, it's like, damn.
That's tough.
And we was overlooking that shit like a motherfucker. Because I was like, all right, whatever. Y'all got one game, cool.
And they coming back like down.
Bro, their
14,
walk down,
15,
their walk
20.
down game is
It's
crazy.
Like
Crazy.
clutch shots, like, and they playing as a team, like you said. It's not heavy on one player's back to
Exactly.
like make something happen.
Exactly.
But I think that's key to why they're able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, everybody knows they role. Everybody playing hard. So
Now with that, because now I'm getting to where I want to get to. So, Eastern Conference Finals, right?
right.
It ends. There's some impressive stat lines. Reggie Miller has the finals, Eastern Conference Finals MVP trophy in his hand. Tyrese Haliburton's over there rubbing his hands like Birdman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pointing to himself, talking about some, this me, man, dapping up his homies. And the winner is Pascal Siakam. This nigga goes,
Yeah.
But I want to ask,
That's tough.
because I've looked and I have my thought on it. But I want to ask, did they mess that up? Because, I think about recent times of like when Andre Iguodala won the fucking finals MVP
right.
over Steph.
Right.
Now, I do think that was some debauchery.
I think so too.
They did screw him over. But, okay, right? But that's an example of what happened recently, right?
Yeah.
With Tyrese Haliburton and Pascal Siakam.
I think it's just like one of those things where you automatically assume that the star of the team,
Regardless of,
right.
Okay.
even if he had a bad shooting series or whatever, especially you hit a game winner in the game
Okay.
and stuff like that, you just kind of assume that they're going to get that MVP trophy.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, for this specific case, I'm not mad at Pascal getting it, bro. Like, he was balling.
And that's what I was telling people. Like, I was like, if you look at the numbers, and somebody, and at my job, man, because we literally been talking about this all week, but they were like, look, I would rather give the Finals MVP or Eastern Conference Finals MVP to the person who has, a triple-double, even though it's 14, 11, and 10, versus the person who's averaging 23 and 7. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, hear me out. Hear me out, because they resorted to the fact of, he's a pass first player. I said, bro, stop. There's a bunch of fat pass first players
Right.
who still average 25 plus, 20 plus.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook, LeBron James.
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's players who are pass first players but still get their numbers.
So you saying Haliburton is mid?
Let's talk about it. So, because we've also had that conversation too of like, because I was talking to one of my homies, close homies, and he was like, yo, so is Haliburton top 15 players in the league right now? I said no. I said no. I said he's outside looking in. And I said, if you want to go top 24, and I got the number 24 because, typically in an All-Star game, it's the top 12 from the East and the West.
Okay.
Right. And he was an All-Star the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
So top 24, sure.
Right.
But top 15? No.
I agree, bro.
You know what I mean? Because I do think he's the most impactful pacer, but I don't think he's the best pacer. And I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine.
Yeah.
You can be like, the Pacers won't be the Pacers if he's not on the floor. Right?
True. That's very true.
But I do feel like there's other players that they should go through before considering, hey, we just got to get it done with Hallie. That's what Pascal Siakam has been for the Pacers.
He's not their first option.
No. And it's okay. It's okay. Like, but going back to what you were saying, you were like, hey, because he is the Pacers, like when you think of Indiana, you think of Haliburton.
Yeah.
You think he should just naturally get it, right?
Right.
And I'm not sneezing at a triple-double.
Yeah.
But what I said specifically, you can't have a game where you score 8 points. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't mean to cut you off, but like you can't have a game where you score 8 points.
I was going to say that, like,
and it's like, bro,
I'm not even going to say it's inconsistent necessarily, but it's just his style of play is just like he's not heavy on shooting and scoring. So you're going to have those nights where he only got 8-10 and maybe he did make an impact in other areas of the floor. It's like a offensive style of Draymond Green almost, like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I get it.
He's good. He's great in his role and what he does. He's very pivotal to the team. He makes an impact, but he's still not that superstar level of. And
I honestly think that that's one of the major cons to being a pass first player. Like, I get it. Yeah. I want to be pass first. And a lot of times, in like LeBron James specifically, he's always shared the sentiment of, if I get my guys going first, then it makes it easier for me to get my stuff, my shit going. Right. But with Haliburton he does that, but it's like he almost waits until it's too late.
Yeah.
And granted, in this playoff run, it's been working in his favor, miraculously. But it's almost like, damn, bro, because it's games where you try to turn it on late, and then it's like you can't get your shot off, and then now you're ending with 8 points or 12 points, and it's like, bro, we need more from you.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
And one thing about Siakam, he's been going out and getting, there has been games when he has like 17, 19 or whatever. But he's also had games more often than not where he's scoring over 20, over 25.
Yeah.
He's had a plethora of 30-plus point games.
I feel like he deserved that, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Get the fuck out of here.
And then they said I've seen, and I thought that it was kind of interesting. It was like, Haliburton is like a kind of like a poor man's Jason Kidd too. But because it's like, so what you were saying about pass first players, like there's really two that I could think of that they're specifically pass first, like they not really scoring, but they still were scoring too though. But I would say like Jason Kidd, Steve Nash.
Can we throw Darren Williams in there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Darren Williams was tough, though.
But Darren Williams could also still put 20 on your head.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
was Chris Paul a pass first player?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But no, that's a question. Was he a pass first?
Yeah, I would say he's
because like I said, there were seasons too where he was still averaging. Yeah, he was giving you 23 and 11.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
but
and there's a level to that to where they get that respect, and I feel like I don't know, Haliburton ain't. I mean, he's gaining it now with the clutchness. Yeah. But in terms of just like dominating the game.
And I look too in like the last 2 seasons for sure. So this season he averaged 19 and 9. Last year, the season before, he averaged like 20 and 11. And I don't know what he did the season before that. But like he's right there. But again, like if you watch his style of play, he doesn't warrant send 2 at him. Yeah. Or like, hey. And more specifically, when you look at game 1, yes, Indiana did walk away with the W. But Shai was having his fucking way, bro, with Haliburton or anybody that you sent at him.
He was going
crazy. He put a 41-piece nugget on. Like, are you serious?
Nah, he was going crazy, bro.
Like, it was to the point where I felt bad that they lost. Yeah. Because you just can't have a better performance than that.
Finishing left, like,
Yeah, man. But, hey, I still got OKC in 6. Now 6. So, because I know if when Brose hear this, he gonna be like, nigga, you said 5.
You did.
I did say 5. I did say 5, but look, now it changes to OKC in 6. And guess what? If they lose again game 2, which is it already happened by the time this post. But look, if they go down 0-2, then it's OKC in 7. Fuck it. But hey, I still got OKC to hold the fucking.
But they winning the series.
Yeah, they're winning the series, bro. They're winning the series.